Cinco de Mayo.
Okay, give me just a moment. Let me see what's Zoom related. Okay, we should be okay. It was too many Zooms logged in, so go ahead and proceed.
Good morning. Today is May 5th, Assessment Appeals Board number 1. Will Brendan please take a roll call?
Board Member Farino.
Present.
Board Member
Our alternate board member Ferris is absent today.
Board Member Ferris. And Chair Sisk.
Present. Okay, it is time for the Pledge of Allegiance. All right, we'll stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I believe there's...
Standing. Please raise your right arm. You do solemnly affirm that the testimony you are about to give in the matter now pending before this board will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Thank you. Now it is time for the agenda review.
Item number 5, agenda review. The clerk of the board recommends approval of the agenda review by the Assessment Appeals Board. The agenda review consists of the following agenda items. Item number 10, application number 2311134, applicant Ventura Energy Storage LLC. Continue to August 4th, 2025, pending receipt of original stipulations. Item number 13, application number 2311500, applicant Lithia Motors, Lithia Real Estate LLC, removed from the agenda due to the submission of a withdrawal. Item number 17, application number 2311514, applicant Lithia Motors, Lithia Real Estate LLC, removed from the agenda due to the submission of a withdrawal. Agenda items 19 and 20, application numbers 2311509 and 2311510, applicant PetSmart, removed from the agenda due to the submission of a withdrawal. Item number 21, application numbers 2311505, applicant Savita, removed from the agenda due to the submission of a withdrawal. Item number 23, application numbers 2311512, applicant Big Black Dog LLC, removed from the agenda due to the submission of a withdrawal. Item number 31, application numbers 2410145, applicant Justin Montague, continue to August 4th, 2025, pending receipt of original stipulation. Item number 32, application number 2410720, applicant Sarman Mahmoudi, denied due to lack of appearance. And that concludes the agenda review.
Okay, looking for motion to approve?
So moved.
Thank you. There's no, yeah, we'll try to shorten this. Okay, are there any public comments at the moment?
Chair Sisk, there's no one registered to speak for these items.
Okay, thank you. Do we have any board comments?
None.
No. Okay, we're down one person. We have two people, so we're going to function on a two-person board today. I think it should be okay. All right, I guess we're going to step into the regular agenda. Items 8 and 9, application 23-10455 and 10456, Patricia Kennedy Estate.
Chair Sisk, we have Thomas Kennedy on Zoom for these items.
Yes, I'm here.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Are you prepared to move forward today?
Yeah, I would like to request a continuance.
Okay. Yep.
Sorry, Mr. Kennedy, and as well as everyone else requesting a continuance today, I put your date options on the screen for review. The next hearing we have is June 2nd, which is just 28 days away. If you still need to provide the assessor with additional information, that might not be suitable. We do have August 4th with Assessment Appeals Board number 2 available. And then the next hearing following that for this Board Assessment Appeals Board number 1 is October 6, 2025. So, Mr. Kennedy, did you have a preference between June 2nd, August 4th, or October 6th?
What was the distinction between the August date and the October date?
August 4th is with Appeals Board number 2, so it's a little bit different makeup of our board members, but they still have the same duties and responsibilities, so it's not an issue if you want to go with Appeals Board number 2.
I'll go with the October date.
October 6th?
Yes.
Okay, any comments from the assessor's office?
Joe Phillips with the assessor's office. We agree with the continuance, and if we could just add a proviso 30 days prior to the new hearing date.
Okay, is my mic on? It says it's off, but it sounds like it's on.
You're on.
Okay, it just says off up here. Okay, good. Okay, I so move that we postpone this to October 6th with the proviso that any data requested by the assessor's office be provided within 30 days of the hearing date.
Second.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kennedy. You're all set for today.
Okay, so I'm signing off. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Chair Sisk, if we could just skip item number 11 till the end of the agenda and go to item 12.
Okay, absolutely. Application 23-11363, Daryl Malamute.
I'm here.
And are you prepared to move forward today?
The appraiser has suggested that I request a continuance due to them being provided information less than 30 days.
Okay. Any comments from the assessor's office?
The assessor agrees. Let's see, probably the August 4th or October 6th date would work, and we would request a proviso for this.
Data, okay.
Yeah.
I was interested in doing the June 2nd date. I'd like to get along with this as soon as possible, please.
Is that okay, Mr. Phillips?
Okay. Looks like that'll work.
Okay,
I believe it appears we likely have received all the data, so that should work.
okay. So if, with the data proviso, do you want me to have it 30 days prior to the hearing date?
Can we do, so it's only 28 days away.
15 days prior would make
15,
it
yeah,
Can we do
18th.
15 in the event we discover any additional data we
Okay.
need? Yeah.
Okay. I so move that we postpone to June 2nd with the proviso that any data requested by the assessor's office be provided within 15 days of the hearing date.
Do you need a second on that? Second.
Thank you.
And I'll just clarify for the record, we did receive a waiver of the 2-year period this morning. So while it's noted on the agenda that that expires soon, it is now on file. So we're all set for that. Thank you, Mr. Malamut. You're all set for today.
Thank you.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it.
Next item, 14 through 16, application 23-11506 through 11508, Lithia Real Estate.
Chair Sisk, we have Wayne Tannenbaum on Zoom for these items with Pivotal Tax.
Good morning.
Morning.
Are you prepared to move forward today?
We would like to ask for a continuance, and we did provide a 2-year waiver for all of these.
Yeah, thank you for that, Mr. Tannenbaum. I can confirm all the cases for Pivotal Tax Solution. Late Friday, we did receive the 2-year waivers. So while your agenda notes that it's expiring soon, those are now on file. So thank
Okay.
you.
Okay. And did you have a date in mind?
October would be fine if that's fine with the board.
Okay. Any comments from the assessor's office?
The assessor agrees with the continuance if we could add the 30-day proviso.
Okay. I so move that we postpone to October 6th with the proviso that any data requested by the assessor's office be provided within 30 days of the hearing date.
So move. Second.
Thank you.
All right. So just to confirm, Mr. Tannenbaum, you'll have no issue providing the assessor with remaining data they've requested 30 days prior to October 6th?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. And I just wanted to clarify, and I should have mentioned this for the last speaker, for the October 6th hearing, you will be required to attend in person. Is that okay with you?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
So we also taking care of the other 3 we have today for continuance?
Yeah, we're going to go to all your cases. So we'll go to item 18 next.
Thank you.
Okay. Application 23-11501, PetSmart Incorporated.
Okay, yes, we'd like
Is
to
this-
ask for a continuance.
Okay, do you have a date in mind for that?
The October date.
And then any comments from the assessor's office?
Yes, same situation as the last one. We agree with the proviso.
30 days, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I move that we postpone the hearing date to October 6th with the proviso that any data requested by the assessor's office be provided within 30 days of the hearing date.
Second.
We all set?
Yes, motion passes. Thank
Okay.
you.
Just making sure, okay. Next application, 23-11511, Pacifica Seaward LP.
Chair says we have Wayne Tannenbaum on Zoom for this item.
Okay, good morning, sir. Are you prepared to move forward today?
I would like to ask for continuance to the October date, and we did provide a 2-year waiver on that also.
Okay. Any comments from the assessor's office?
Same comments as the other ones.
With data as well?
Yes.
Okay. I so move that we postpone to October 6th with the proviso that any data requested by the assessor's office be provided within 30 days.
Second.
Okay. And next application, 23-11513, Easy 8 Motels Incorporated.
Chair says we have
Yes,
Wayne
it's
Tannenbaum.
Wayne Tannenbaum again here.
Okay.
And I'll just note for the, sorry, this is Brendan, clerk of the board. Let's note for the record, there is an error on your agenda. It indicates we have a stipulation on file for this case that is incorrect. I'm not sure how we accidentally got that there, but this case does not have a stipulation. So thank you, and we'll go back to Mr. Tannenbaum.
Thank you. I would like a continuance if possible to the October date, and we do have a 2-year waiver on this also.
Okay. Any comments from the assessor's office?
Same thing again
thing,
with the
data, okay.
proviso.
All right. I move that we postpone to October 6th with the proviso that any data requested by the assessor's office be provided within 30 days of the hearing date.
Second.
Thank you very much.
All right. That's all Mr. Tannenbaum's
Yep.
cases for today. Thank you, Mr. Tannenbaum.
Okay,
All right,
thank you.
thank you, sir. Okay, next application, 23-11526 through 11529, SRPFC 101 Logistics Center.
Chair says we have Chris Larson on Zoom for these items.
Good morning.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Are you prepared to move forward today?
No, I was informed by the assessor's office that they wanted to request a continuance, and so I'm making the appearance.
Okay. Any comments from the assessor's office?
Yes, that's correct. The assessor's requesting a continuance on these items. Our value conclusion on this one requires our management review. So we do want a continuance to get that, allow time for that process to resolve.
Okay. Do you need any data or?
No, we don't need any data on this.
Okay, and do you have a date in mind?
To allow more time, we're thinking probably August 4th would work.
Okay. Any comments, Mr. Larson?
The applicant does not contest continuance, and I believe the August 4th date will be acceptable.
Okay. I move that we postpone to August 4th with no data proviso.
Second.
Thank you. Next application, 23-11591, Mission Veterinary Partners as a lessee.
Chair says we have Melissa Magdaleno here in person with Ryan.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Are you prepared to move forward today?
We're going to request a continuance. We have recommended a withdrawal to the client, and we're just waiting for their approval at this time.
Okay. Any comments from the assessor's office?
We agree with the continuance. We won't have a data proviso due to the
Right.
circumstances.
Do we have a date in mind? We just want to,
We requested that they inform us before the June 2nd date, so we
Okay.
will submit that online.
okay. I move that we postpone to June 2nd with no data proviso.
Second.
Thank you. So next application is 23-11593, Winco Foods LLC.
Hi, good
Morning.
morning.
And are you prepared to move forward today on this one, or?
We are going to request a continuance.
Okay.
We sent the last set of information this past week, so we did not meet the 30-day requirement. So we would like to request a continuance to June 2nd, or if the assessor would like more time to review, then we're agreeable to a different date.
Okay, any comments from the assessor's office?
The assessor would request potentially moving it to the August 4th, just because we need some time to review the data that was submitted and determine if any additional data is needed.
Okay. So we're going to data proviso with that?
Data proviso just in case.
Okay. I move that we postpone to August 4th with the proviso that any data requested by the assessor's office be provided within 30 days.
Second.
Thank you.
Thank you. Last item. Oh, we have one after this one. We're trailing one. Okay. 24-10750, MKS 26 Enterprises.
Chair Sisk, we have
morning.
Michael Porcelami on Zoom for this item.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Are you prepared to move forward today, sir?
No, I need continuous.
Okay. Any comments from the assessor's office?
Yes, the
I received an email from Miss Russell, and then I will provide her with all the necessary information, and I would think we would be ready for August date.
okay. The assessor's fine with the August 4th date. As you can see, this one didn't have a confirmation of appearance, so we weren't prepared for this one.
Right. Okay. And then do you need data as well?
We would do a data proviso just in case.
Just in case. Okay.
Yeah.
I so move that we postpone to August 4th with the proviso that any data requested by the assessor's office be provided within 30 days.
Second.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
And item 34, we have the stipulated agreements.
Yes, these were emailed to your board on Friday. You'll see one, I'll just note, because this is a good milestone, we have numerous stipulations for Patrick Shanahan from 2018 through 2024. That was a case that was on litigation hold for numerous years, that now that the litigation's been resolved, those were able to be stipulated. So if your board doesn't have any questions, recommend action is to approve the stipulations, agenda item 34, which includes 35 through 50.
Okay. Any comments, questions? Nope. I so move.
Second.
So it just leaves agenda item 11.
Yep. Item 11, application 23-11148, Amazon.com Services LLC.
Chair Sisk, we have Nori Kim on Zoom for this item.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. So are we prepared to move forward today, or we have more of a discussion?
Request postponement.
Okay. And then to the assessor's office, any comments?
So it was our understanding today that the applicant would be requesting a litigation hold on this one, and we were prepared to agree with them on that. I don't know if they want to give more details or you want us to give more details, but
Okay.
Excuse me. I'd like to read the rule for litigation holds for the benefit of the board members. In Property Tax Rule 309, subsection C4, there's a description of when controlling litigation is pending. Is that the provision that the assessor was referring to?
yes, that's
Okay.
correct.
Controlling litigation is pending. Controlling litigation is litigation which is A, pending in a state or federal court whose jurisdiction includes the county in which the application is filed, and B, directly related to an issue involved in the application, the court resolution of which would control the resolution of such issue at the hearing. So given that definition, it would be beneficial if the parties could address the parties' perspective regarding why they believe a hold on the case is necessary due to controlling litigation. The Amazon decision that the board addressed a change in ownership in October 2021. And it's my understanding that the current matter involves a valuation for the January 1st, 2023 lien date. So if the parties could address why they believe the resolution of the litigation over the change in ownership in 2021 would have a direct controlling effect on the current appeal.
Excuse me. Does the continuance have to be based on the litigation? I mean, is that a separate?
No. So
I mean,
I
if we
can
just say we're
clarify.
going to continue this till, what is the last date, October, and then get back to it,
Exactly.
can we just do that without getting into the details? I mean, do we have to make a specific ruling as far as this is a litigation continuance versus this is just a regular continuance?
The board can, on its own initiative, make a litigation, can continue the matter as it deems necessary. However, if the board continues the matter because of controlling litigation, the board needs to find that the facts fit the controlling litigation definition in the property tax rules. But the board can, for now, proceed with extension of time for a period of months if that's the board's wish.
I just clarified, the controlling litigation hold permanently takes it off your board's calendar until the litigation is resolved, which is expected to take several years, versus a continuance, your board would, regularly check in on the case. So that's the difference.
Should we just continue it? And
Well-
I don't want to hear a long thing and then we
Right, I
continue.
know. And there's only two of us. Any comments from the applicant?
We don't have any comment.
Okay.
So would you, Ms. Nori Kim, can you explain answer the question as to why you believe it's controlling litigation briefly?
Because this is base year value that we are requesting. In the litigation, the it could change after the base year has changed as a result for the 2023 value.
Are either party prepared today to give like a written brief? I mean, if we're going to just, in my opinion, and I haven't spoken to the other board members, if we're going to decide that kind of issue, we have to have more than just say off the cuff comments. So I would assume both parties should at least give us some sort of 2, 3, 10, 20-page brief on why we think this is.
Maybe a short brief. We don't need anything that
No,
long.
I'm leaving it totally up to them.
Yeah. Just a very short brief.
Yeah, I would prefer a short brief. I agree with you. My hesitation on sort of opening the can of proverbial worms is, when do we start? When do we stop? My preference is, let's just continue it. And if you think, okay, now you know what the issues are, if you want to make this a long-term, then we should have at least a 2 or 3 page brief on why we think that, and then we can decide, probably with the full board.
Yeah, I would agree.
So, do either of the parties have any problem with just continuing this till August, then getting back with some sort of quick brief if you want to make this a permanent continuance until the case is decided?
Or do we choose a date? Is it going to get postponed until the litigation gets closed and then
So-
come back to our calendar?
So the clerk of the board has examined the litigation. We provide it to county council. We don't believe that the parties are going to be able to make the case that's controlling litigation. So it's probably going to end up at a continuance anyway.
Okay.
So it's up to your board. If your board wants to do, say, continue to October and then just check in on the status of the litigation, and then continue further, that's an option. Your board can tell
Okay.
the parties that you want to move forward with the January 1st market value, or your board can find that it is controlling litigation and put the case on hold until the litigation is resolved. So it's at the pleasure of your board.
But the county council has at this point not responded, correct?
She just did, yes.
I mean, you haven't
I
given a
think-
response to the.
Chair Fiorina's suggestion is a good one. My suggestion would be to the board members to put this matter over to October. If the parties believe that they can show that the 2023 valuation relates back in some way and is controlled by the 2021 valuation, let them present a 2-3 page briefing for the board's review at that hearing, and then the board can decide whether or not
I would agree with that.
put,
wanna
you
make a
know, a hold
motion?
on litigation.
Yeah.
On
So
the case for litigation.
we're going to move that we postpone to October 6th.
Is
For-
Miss Nori Kim, is Amazon able to attend
Yes,
on
sorry.
October 6th?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so I move that we postpone to October 6th for a checkup hearing, and that at that time, or status hearing, and at that time, we'd like sort of a short couple of page brief on where this is and where we think it's going to go, so the board, the 3-person board, can make a decision on at that point.
Second?
Okay.
And just to confirm, is your board comfortable with Amazon attending that hearing via Zoom, or would you like them to attend in person?
I would prefer in person.
Okay.
Understood.
All right. So that was moved by Board Member Sisk, is that correct?
Yes.
Board Member Farina, are you seconding that?
Was that an actual motion, then? I don't
Yep.
know. Yes, I second that if that was a motion.
Thank you. All right, with that, there's no other business for today, and the time is 9:58 a.m.
All right.
Beat the 10 o'clock.
Meeting is adjourned.
I'm just leaving this up here.